Well, my friends, it is Sunday Night Live. I did say that at the basketball games recently, but man, it's a great night to be at Material Issues. This is episode number 238, if you can believe that. I'm Mark Hershberger of Pop Detective Records. I'm over here in South Jersey. Temperatures actually rose a little bit the last couple of days. So I'm feeling a little bit warm in our 50s and things, but we're hanging out tonight, as always, with my very good friend from sunny Southern California, the president of the International Pop Overthrow Music Festival, who's busy compiling his million-selling best-of list that we'll be going over in a couple of weeks. But David Bash, how are you tonight?
Lists.
Yeah. See, I've got a list.
I'm not listless.
Listless.
Thankfully. Yeah, I'm doing okay. It's it's starting to get warmer again out here. We're going to have every day in the 70s this week, maybe a couple of 80s, which, I know people are hearing this and are cursing me under their breath, but it's I know. It's when we're in the high 50s, we're freezing. We all want to die. But
right.
In all seriousness, though, high 70s, low 80s is actually pretty high for this time of year. It happens, but not that often. So we're going to just enjoy it while it's here.
Sure.
Yes, you are right about my lists. And I'll tell you, I'm having a hell of a time doing it this year, and I don't mean that like a great time. It's frustrating because it's a good problem to have because there were a lot of wonderful albums that came out this year.
It was a very good year. Very good year.
A lot of good ones, a lot of very good ones, a lot of great ones. So, of course, the upside is I get to hear so much excellent music, but the downside is it makes it a lot harder to put the list together. And also, because I'm limiting it to 150, at least that's the plan now. That's what I've done for the last few years. Several friends' albums aren't going to make it, even though they're really good and would have made it in other years. There's just too much stuff. And the
payola is not good enough. I mean,
no, really
if the payola was good enough, I'd probably make the top 150, right?
I mean, it really isn't. Yeah, Elizabeth Banks put out an album. She promised me sex, and I had to turn it down.
And you said, no, thank you.
It was like,
I've got morals.
Yeah, I mean, your album's just not good enough, so I don't care what you do for me. But no. So, friends' albums are going to be left off the list. Bands who played IPO for several years, some of them will have albums that didn't make it. It's heartbreaking, but I don't want to extend the list to infinity just to include everyone. I think
sure.
I think 150 is fair. How you doing, Tim? Good to see you.
Well, Tim's saying hi, yeah.
Yeah, so anyway, that's going on. Bit of good news. We're going to be back in Milwaukee. That is, IPO will be back in Milwaukee for the first time since 2012.
Milwaukee.
We're going to be back at Linneman's, which is a venue that we used for 5 years, from 2008 to 12. Jim Linneman, the owner, loves music. He loves bands. He's very good to the bands who play there. He was also very good to me. For all 5 of those years, I was able to. He and his wife have an apartment above the club, and also another apartment that was empty during those 5 years. So they allowed me to stay there. So talk about not having far to go to a show, like, tumble out of bed, go downstairs, and there's the venue. So that was great. That will not happen this year, unfortunately.
Like a Dolly Parton song.
Yeah. Unfortunately, this year the apartment's occupied, so I'm going to have to find other accommodations, but, that's not a problem. And so I'm looking forward to that. I'm also in talks with venues in some European cities, including one that in which we've never done IPO. And I don't want to mention it yet until if and when it comes through. I'll mention it at that time. But keeping my fingers crossed because it's a city that Rena and I really like, and we like a lot of bands from there, but we've just never done IPO there. The other city is one we have done IPO, but hopefully that'll come through also. Well, we'll see what happens.
Cool.
What else? Oh, I got a couple collecting things here. A couple of really cool white label promos from the early 70s. Two of my favorite albums, or at least in my top 100 somewhere. Todd Rundgren's Something Anything. I mean, that's probably the most beloved Todd album by the consensus. I Saw the Light, and then his solo version of Hello, It's Me. His band Nas had done it earlier. Wasn't a big hit for them, but it was for him. Those songs and several other, a double record set, and this is a white label promo. That's just two right there. So I love white label promos, and this one was a reasonable price, so I went for it. Another album from the early 70s I liked even more is John Cale's Paris 1919 from 1973 on the Reprise label. And I had wanted a white label promo of this for a while. I found it again for a pretty decent price and went for it. The band The Armoires, who we know and love, we've had Rex and Christina on. They did a cover of the title song on this album, which happens to be my favorite, and did a really bang-up job on it. But yeah, this album's been reissued in many different forms, but having a white label promo is just very cool to me. So there you have that. Let's see, what else do I have to say? Well, not too much right now, so we might as well just bring on our guests.
Let's talk.
As I mentioned on Facebook, this is a band from Atlanta, Athens, Georgia. Of course, we know both those cities for so many great bands, but particularly Athens for REM. I mean, I don't think anybody in the pop realm is more beloved than they are. From Athens, of course. Anyway, one year, I don't remember the exact year, maybe they do, but about 20 years ago or so, they came up to Chicago to play IPO. And I knew I loved their music, but I wasn't ready for their stage performance, which was really, really hilarious and great. They had awesome banter, and their songs are very cheeky with, very clever titles and lyrics that are kind of out there and sometimes very non sequitur. So people were just laughing and enjoying the music. And I'll never forget that performance. When we brought IPO to Atlanta, they played it there. But I think their most inspired performance that I've seen was the one in Chicago. They probably really felt like they wanted to impress the people outside their home, and they did. I remember so many people coming up to me and them after the show and complimenting both of us. They're still active, thankfully, and very active. In fact, they have a brand new double CD release called Proverbs, and that these days you almost never see that. I mean, especially ironically, in the age of digital, you have people putting out more EPs than they used to, funny enough. But so you don't see as many 2-disc sets, especially in a physical form like this. And this album is just as much fun as their previous 6, maybe even more so, because there's more of it. And we've got 4 members of the band today, so 80% is good enough for me. 4 out of 5, that is, for you who are not mathematically inclined.
Well, the 5th one, we can't pronounce his name anyway, so it doesn't really matter. It's fine.
That's true.
It's all good. Yeah.
So anyway, everyone, would you please give a huge Material Issues welcome to the Shut Ups?
Oh man,
gentlemen.
Yeah, they are.
Oh,
Looks like they're in somebody's home movie theater and they're watching a movie or something. I can't. I can't tell. It's
terribly exciting.
This is really
yeah. The popcorn movement just did it for me. I'm done. That's it. It's all good. Welcome.
So, gentlemen, identify yourselves.
John Condescending.
I'm Ben Spraker.
I'm Ballard Leeseman.
I'm Jason Neesmith.
We are the Shut-Ups.
Most of us.
Yes. Don, your parents, Mr. and Mrs. Condescending, must be proud of you.
They are, for keeping my name, especially.
And Jason, I have to ask you, and I'm sure you've been asked this many times, so this will be one more.
He's not.
How many people have asked you over the years, are you Michael Nesmith's son?
Not that many people, but one cop in Reno that pulled me over for speeding did ask me, looking at my license. No, I am not directly related. Michael does have a son named Jason Nesmith, who is also a musician, who graduated from the same school that I graduated from only the year before I enrolled.
Really?
Yes, but we were both graduates of the Berklee College of Music.
Oh, wow.
We don't talk, and that might be by design. I'm not quite sure if he's trying to keep me at arm's distance, but I wish him well. Yeah.
Wasn't he in a band? Was he in a band called Nancy Boys, or was that a different?
Yeah, that was him.
It was him. Yeah. Remember an LA band in the '90s? Yeah, they were good.
Yeah. I think that was with Michael Desbar's son.
Could
was
be.
that I believe
That
so.
could be. It's been.
Or no, Donovan Leach's son. I think.
Who's? Sorry.
Donovan Leach's son. I think.
Oh, that's
Donovan
right.
Leach. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
AKA
Interesting.
Donovan.
But wow.
Now I know it's Sunday night, and you guys you'll be up really late to get up at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning for rehearsals. But we'll.
And you'll do more than in one morning than any other band's going to do in a whole week. Yeah.
I'm just really impressed that Don's got a suit and a brown suit with a purple tie on for this episode. That's fantastic.
Sunday is actually our casual day, which is why I'm not wearing two ties.
No, you got.
I love it.
You look like a Chicago mobster. You're looking great.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I think for that Chicago show all those years ago, David, I believe we learned a dance for you. We did a dance.
Oh yeah.
Oh
my God.
Part of our show, but yes, we were very much wanting to impress you, and I think we had some pretty good moves.
You had amazing response. That's part of the reason I wanted you on the show, because I remembered that everybody loved you, and that doesn't usually happen. I mean, the bands we have at IPO are good, but you never have you don't have a universal agreement all the time. But you guys I remember the crowd was they were so into it and just having so much fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there was a time when we brought people together. Now we're more into scattering them.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah.
The new album Proverbs definitely will scatter a lot of people.
Yeah.
There's your slogan. Just make sure you give me some credit.
Now I've never seen your stage show. Obviously, I haven't seen you live. David has talked up a lot of things and performances at IPOs, but your stage show, is there a band over the years that you've sort of modeled yourself after, thinking, let's go in this direction with your stage show? Because what David's talking to me about, I'm getting pictures of like Blotto and some of these kind of bands that really were as much fun to watch as they were to listen to. And would it be a correct statement to say you guys are as much fun to watch as listen to?
Depends on the tune.
I don't know. What do y'all think?
If you're into these kinds of physical goods, then yeah, we're a feast for the eyes and ears.
Yeah, we have a Cirque du Soleil influence also.
Nice. Well, good. I'd love to see you at some point. I'm very much a lyrics guy, so listening to all of Proverbs, I mean, your lyrics are just so much fun. The storytelling into just many different strange ways. When I was asking David what songs he's going to play on the show tonight, man, it just kills me, the titles and such. So I'm loving it. I'm having a great time learning more and more about the shut ups, and I hope everybody else does.
Don, as the primary songwriter, was Sparks a big influence on you?
Sparks. Yeah. I love Sparks. Yeah, they. I don't know what to say about Sparks, but yeah, I think they're very tuneful and good at making little stories in 2 or 3 minutes, and I like their stage presence and the contrast, the whole vibe of the two brothers. Yeah, they're really good. And we used to do a cover of Mustache. Do you know that song?
Yeah.
Yeah. 100 hairs make a man.
I mean, their titles, like yours, are very cheeky, and their lyrics. And I'm not a lyrics person in general. They almost just go, in one ear and out the other. I'm much more of a melody, and I want lyrics to sound good. But as far as their meaning, generally not. But when it's so kind of cheeky and clever, and graduate school, collegiate silliness, like them and 10cc, and that, Sparks is always able to. They were able to really tap into that, and a lot of just silliness and non sequitur, as I mentioned earlier, and all kinds of stuff. And I hear a lot of that lyrically in what you're doing.
Well, thank you. And I would say, I personally am with you, David, about focusing primarily on the music. This is not so as I'm writing the song, but just in terms of what I like. I can't really love a song unless I love the music. I love plenty of songs where I don't love the lyrics. So
yeah, but do you bring in song ideas and or lyric ideas often, and the rest of the band just goes, not doing that, not saying that, not singing that?
Oh, no, they pretty much do. They're pretty much willing to record the songs. I believe, if it's another thing, if I'm asking somebody to sing a song and there's something about it that just is maybe I don't know. Ben, you have anything to say about that?
Yeah. We divvy up who's singing what, and sometimes there'll be a lyric that I think it's better for you to sing.
Yeah.
But generally, they bow to your genius.
Well, by decree, by contract, actually.
We embrace his musical mischief.
I got him signed early.
And I do what I'm told.
No, it seems like your lyrics and your writing is very, very stream of consciousness kind of thing. Like you tripped over something at the soft pretzel place at the mall, and that becomes a title and a lyric or something, And I absolutely love it because it's just,
I think I am.
Stream of consciousness, free association, yeah.
Free association. There we go. Yeah. Free association. No, I love it. I absolutely love it.
He makes it look easy.
He does, because it's not easy to write a song. Well, I'm not even going to talk some of the things we're going to play tonight, but it's not easy to take a title or a lyric and make a complete song out of it and a story out of it with some of the subject, a lot of the subject matter from your songs. And I think it's just really creative. It's really, really well done. Yeah.
Well,
I like it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think it's easier if you have a title. I think it's easier to come up with a story than if you don't have a title.
Yeah.
So that's your process, coming up with a title first.
Usually, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, in this case, with the Proverbs CD, I was reading the biblical book of Proverbs, and also Shakespeare's Much Ado About Nothing. And I had my book out. I have a book of titles, and I just started writing any title I could think of, just inspired by these. Well, in this case, the King James version of the Bible and the Shakespeare, and so came up with a bunch of titles, and certain ones spoke to me, and I just asked myself, okay, what song is this a title to? So I don't know if I think like that, a story comes to mind.
Now, I've always thought that, people writing songs, that it would be easier to come up with a title or a lyric and then write a melody to something like that. And in your case, you're kind of saying I come up with titles or ideas, but so many people we talk to on the show tell us they come up with the whole melody or the whole song first, and then they start working on lyrics. And for me, my head doesn't work that way. I kind of see an idea, or I hear a sentence or something, and that becomes the poetry, and then let's figure out a melody around it. But so I'm glad that you write that way, because someone's finally on my side.
Yeah. Well, I think it helps to get to the story as quickly as you can when you're writing something. I mean, the music does come early and easier than the words do for me.
Interesting.
Well, there's just so many words.
But the fact that you come up with a title, and instead of riffing off that right away.
Yeah. Well, what I might do is just I might riff on it for just write a few pages without really thinking about the music. But then I'll go to the piano and just start wandering around.
What percentage of your songs don't have the title in the lyrics?
Oh, percentages.
Well, it doesn't have to be exact.
Very low percentage. I mean,
You think?
yes.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Even
There must be a few.
even songs that have one, that you might think are instrumental, the title is still in there somewhere. It's embedded in there somewhere.
So maybe we could reword that. Like, what fraction of your songs would?
I think they got it. What they're trying to say is not a very big one. Because I was wondering if, like someone like Bob Dylan, for example, has a lot of his songs don't have the title in them. And but I have to figure I don't know when he came up with it. He probably wrote the lyrics first, then the music, and then said, "I'll just call it whatever." I can call it Positively 4th Street, and you never mention 4th Street in there, and that's okay.
Right.
But so when did you guys meet, and when did you get together as a band?
Okay. Yeah. Well.
Don't feel like you have to answer every question, Don.
Pass.
It's just
Yeah.
So condescending.
I know. All right. Start.
Okay, well, I met Don in 1983 when we both joined 6th grade,
wow,
and started talking about pop music, and
nice.
and we wrote a lot of songs that where we didn't have the title first, and that's why we don't play those songs now, is because
Obviously.
writing them and they weren't very good because they didn't have that central focus of the title. So years later, we figured out how to write songs, which is he writes them and I play some of them. And then we had a band together, and we met Mr. Ben Spraker, who was playing in a band called Ceiling Fan from here in Athens. 94.
90, let's say 94.
Yeah.
I met Ballard in 91. It's just we kind of get back.
Yeah. Ballard's been in a lot of great Athens bands. None greater than this one, but many great ones.
Finally joined a good one.
Ceiling Fan sounds very familiar.
Yes.
Did you have an album or albums in the 90s?
Yeah, we had one in '99 and then one in like 2002, I think. Yeah.
Did you ever play IPO somewhere? I don't know.
I feel like you guys either did play IPO or there was some crossover between IPO and
we did
Ceiling
play
Fan in the past.
when
I just remember the name. I must have liked you.
did IPO at the Star Bar in Atlanta at one point? I think we might have.
We
played
weren't in
that.
Atlanta until 2007.
Oh
And
no.
Well,
we were there for a couple of years, and then we came back later.
well, through the Kenny House conduit, I believe Ceiling Fan could have entered your
that could be.
Yeah.
line of vision.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
How's Kenny doing these days?
He's well. He
Good.
texts me pictures of fried chicken and things. We don't have a lot of deep conversations, but I think he's well.
Okay, good.
It's a good sign.
Another
Kenny,
very talented Atlanta artist.
Kenny actually stayed at my house
Oh,
probably 23 years ago, and he and Robbie were coming through on their
yeah.
and the two of them stayed at my house. I remember the only place we had for Kenny to sleep was my 5-year-old daughter's like half bunk bed, so his feet were hanging out over the bottom, and he woke up the next morning saying he was so freaked out by the whole experience. I think I ruined the tour for him, but Kenny, what a nice guy though.
That's a combination that actually sound pretty good for so we four of the five of us have been involved with this band since practically its inception. Ever since it was a real band. So let's say there was we had an album came out in '99 or 2000, and that's at that stage it wasn't really. We didn't have a functioning band. We didn't have a band that could go on tour. It was just Jason and me making music in his home studio and not knowing what we'd ever do with it.
I put guitar on there.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm on it.
Your guitar is on there.
1999 album.
That's right. And then there was a 2023 album, and I think by then we were forming the band, and Ben's on the
2003.
Not 2023, 2003. And Ben's on there, and Thad Thompson, the guy whose name is unpronounceable by most people, and is not here. He's on that as well. And so, one way or another, four out of five of us have been in this band for a very long time. Ballard is the newbie here.
I'm the new kid.
Yeah.
They
Ballard, how long have you been in the band?
I got back to Athens after going back to my hometown of Charleston for a few years
Wow.
in 2019, and I started filling in. I learned a bunch of tunes and filled in, and they never actually told me I was in the band. I just kept filling in, and we got through the pandemic, and I continued to play. Am I in the band now?
Yeah.
All right.
I think
we're
we
gonna
might
talk
as well
about
make
it.
it official.
Well, of course they didn't tell you. They just wanted to pay you a salary, not the percentage of all the big money.
Honored. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. But it was a challenge to learn. You were talking about sparks earlier. I mean it when I say a little bit of musical mischief. There is so much variety going on. It keeps the rhythm section on its toes. And luckily, Thad's an incredible bass player.
Yeah.
He reminds me of John Entwistle in a way, because he could play in different styles depending on the tune.
Mhm.
And the way these tunes were on the recordings and then the new tunes that we were learning as the drummer, it wasn't just a 4/4, I'm keeping time with a regular old garage rock band. It's a different level of pop sophistication that I have to kind of really jump into and hang on to. I've got notebooks with scribbles with all sorts of stuff trying to keep up, and that continues today as we work on new music. There's a lot more to it than your typical sort of Athens garage band. So
We got a measure 7/8
Right.
followed by a measure 3/4 coming
Yeah.
for you guys later on.
And we can
That's the other thing, yes.
well too, yeah. So, and I think that's reflected on the double album that just came out.
A lot of things are
It's all
reflected.
very intuitive.
A lot of things are reflected on this album, you know, including the different time signatures and different styles, you know, from different eras, evocative of different eras, I should say. Also, beyond the usual cheekiness. But let's play a song from it for now. And I always play the first song on an album unless I think it's awful, because I figure there's a reason why the band put it there.
So we're gonna play song number 4.
No, we're gonna. Right. No. This time I'm actually gonna play the first song, and it's one called "I Got This Way from Kissing Girls," and let's hear it on Material Issues.
Your future. Well, I know how your story ends. I see no future trembling in my mirror. I know how your story ends. My face once was your face, radiating youth. My smile is your smile. There's longer in the tooth. There's no one living uglier than I. Suppose you'll ask me how I got this way. I got this way from girls. Kid, many moons ago, I wore a sailor suit. I found a port in every storm. The husbands thank me for all my services. I kept the women warm. Now it hurts to play the bugle. It hurts to take a breath. I shake like jello. I smell like creeping death. Look at me now. A skeleton skin, a bruised banana, and I rot this way. I got this way from kissing girls. I got this way from kissing girls this way. I got this way. I got this way. I got this way from kissing girls. Kid, I'll show you something. See those old ladies there, waiting for the bell. The painted eyebrows, the powdered wrinkles, still they look like hell. Today must be a good day. They're ornery and mean. They spend their bad days chained to a machine. Some things don't work right, some things don't work at all. They spend their free time staring at the wall. They cry themselves to sleep, they scream themselves awake. But once upon a time, before the big mistake, they were beauties. They were not this way. They got this way from kissing me. And I got this way from kissing girls.
I love the last note that ends on, because it's completely unexpected. And I'm not, as a non-musician, I don't want to know what notes things are, or, you know, how, the less I know, the better. I want songs to hit me viscerally. And while I don't know what note that is, I know that it's not what you would expect the song to end on. But the thing about a lot of your songs that I love is that, and I mean, I love chord changes as much as anybody. And sometimes you like chord changes that you expect because you've heard it before in other songs. But one thing you guys do is your chord changes are often very unpredictable. And another band who does that, and I want to say, as much as famous as they are, not as well as you, in my opinion, is Of Montreal, who's also down from your area. But the problem with them is they do it so often that you know, you can't really hook into anything, and that's, you know, you can overdo that too. But you guys don't. You guys keep it in the pocket, even though you're using unpredictable chord changes.
I've played in both bands, and these songs are more instinctually easy to learn. They're still hard, but they're
Oh, you played in Of Montreal?
Yes,
They've got to be hard to learn. I can't imagine that.
I'll try harder next time.
No, keep doing what you're doing.
No,
They
please.
overdo it.
Please try harder.
I'd like to see him sweat.
Yeah. Listen, here's what we're gonna do. Right.
They overdo
No,
it.
yeah.
They'll do some stuff in songs that I think is great, and I want them to stay with that for a while. And before you know, while you're still processing the one chord change, then they go to another. It's like, come on, guys, this is too much.
Yeah, no, I dig that track a lot. That track reminds me a lot of 79, 80, the Yachts.
It's very
It's a very, if you're familiar with the Yachts, one of my favorite bands of all time, and it just has that. It has that. I love the harmonies in the background. I love the organ throughout, the little jabs and thing. It really it reminds me of that a lot, and I love that sound. And the doot doot doots, background harmonies, really really well done. Yeah, love it.
Are you guys fans of the new wave period?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we all grew up in that time, so it was the coolest stuff to listen to that wasn't commercial rock at the time, So, the Police and the Cars and Cheap Trick and Blondie and the Knack and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And even deeper into the Talking Heads. I mean, that was where I was like, wow, this is the coolest stuff I can hear.
A lot of that stuff was super commercial,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, it was a time. It was a time when a lot of what was zooming up the charts was brilliant, right?
Absolutely.
Oh, there was so much. I mean, from 78 through 82, 83, it just exploded. And I mean, every week you were hearing something that you would go, "Hey, that's different." I mean, that's a little different. And it was happening. It really was a great time of all really cool new stuff,
Oh my
And
God.
then-
We pull in sounds from a lot of different other subgenres of pop. You might hear a little bit of Van Halen style hard rock, and then maybe a little bit of ska influence and some Stax records and all this kinds of things come in.
Yeah, that was great. That was a great time.
They weren't ashamed to have fun.
Yeah.
Well,
And
no.
you got this way from
Yeah.
Kissing Girls. Yeah, you got the.
Yeah.
Where'd the inspiration for that come from, Don? Just looking in the mirror one day. And
Yeah, like. There was a shirt that I had for some reason when I was, I think maybe about 10 years old. It was a T-shirt, and there was a guy on it who was just gross to look at. Had like scars and pus coming out everywhere, and his tongue, eyes, drool.
I told them not to use that picture. Damn.
Yeah. And I'm like, I gotta meet this guy. But anyway,
David's prom picture.
on the shirt it said, "I got this way from kissing girls." So that really stuck with me. And you can still, if you look it up, it's you could find it online. That old T-shirt. So that's where the title came from. But the song is from the point of view of an older gentleman who is for some reason sort of haranguing a young stud, I guess, and with the idea that that old age and decrepitude is a consequence of sexual immorality as a youth.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah. So
Oh, you could write a song, man, just walking by one of those T-shirt shops on the Ocean City Boardwalk, I think.
yeah, the key inspector.
Yeah, I'll send you some T-shirts. Feel free to use.
Oh, it's fantastic. I love it. That's good stuff.
I want to play another song from the first disc. Remember, people, Proverbs is a 2 CD set, and they're not like 30 minutes of each. These are filled to the brim, so you're going to get your money's worth and then some.
They'll fit on a 9-minute tape if you wanted to dub them onto a cassette. That works.
I'll tell you, that's where I did most of my listening when I was in the late 70s, early 80s in my car, on recording my albums on cassette, so I didn't wear them out. I didn't mind wearing out a cassette, but so I get that. If you don't want to wear out the CD, just put it on a cassette and play it in your car. Because some of you have cassette players. Some of you have cars old enough to have cassette players, I'm sure.
What about?
But if you're old enough to remember, go ahead. What's that, Don?
I was just saying, what about unlawful duplication?
Oh, that's true.
It never happened.
Home taping is killing the music industry. Well, and it was. If you taped off your friend's albums and didn't buy it, I didn't do that. I bought the album and taped it from my car, so I didn't kill any industry. Well, I may have. That's a different story, but not through recording things on cassette.
David,
there was rarely a good of a feeling as being in your car with a cassette playing, and if you wanted to go to the next track and you hit forward, and then you just went click and you were right there. I mean, how cool was that? You were just like,
you had a fancier cassette player in your car.
Oh, yes. Oh, the fast forward
on it?
I just have to guess. Mine had fast forward, but...
Oh, no, we all can. What he's saying is when you guessed right.
When you guessed...
Instead of being
perfectly.
Yeah, when you hit the play button and you heard silence, like, yes. I know, I was right in between tracks.
I was right in between. Yeah, I almost had to pull over and dab the tears. It was so good, but those were the days.
Yeah, with the tears flowed freely.
Anyway, let's play a second track from the first disc, a song that I really, really like called "I Need Your Cologne," and we've got it for you right now on Material Issues.
Wearing your cologne tonight. Hey, I need your cologne tonight. I wouldn't ask, but it's kind of important to me. I need a little help, 'cause I lost my touch or whatever. I'll only go for the 7s and below if you want me to. For a 3 or 4 like me, you don't know how hard getting chicks is. The 7s and 6s won't go for me, but if I had your smell, maybe all would be well. All men should strive for more than 5. I'm sure you'll agree I should be wearing your cologne tonight. Wearing your cologne tonight. If I had low standards like my friend Andy, who thinks even zeros are sweet as candy, what I'd do, I think, is let the 1s and the 2s gravitate to my stink. 3s and 4s don't mind me, I let them sniff me out, but I need at least a 5 to feel remotely alive, and I need at least a 6 to get my kicks.
just cracking up through that whole thing. I gotta say, guys, I still have a bottle of Drakkar Noir from the '80s. I can send that out to you, and you'll definitely get a 9 and procreate with that.
Polo.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, Drakkar Noir. Oh, I think I still have a bottle of Stetson if we're going to talk about, old colognes. Don, how do you remember the lyrics though when you guys are playing out? I mean,
That's a great question.
Seriously, because these are real stories, and they all have complexity, and not so much. It's not a repeating kind of a lyric. It's just kind of.
I mean, it's like memorizing a monologue.
Yes.
Some of these songs are a bit more sprawling than I usually like to make them, which is why it's interesting, David, that you would like this one, because I know how much you like concise songs, and this one sort of wanders. It's short, but the patron saint of this album is the character Polonius in Shakespeare's Hamlet, who is the trusted advisor, but mostly is just a blowhard and just loves to hear himself talk. And this is an album of where there's a lot of advice giving and a lot of advice taking or refusal to take advice. And where was I going with this? Oh yes, rambling. So the character in this song rambles as people do, and I thought, well, maybe I'll allow that where I maybe wouldn't on an album that was less of a sprawl. Let him wander about a bit, and when he did that, the music sort of wandered with him. So I thought it was, that was a fun thing to do, but it was also a challenge to
Sure.
Keep it catchy and feeling concise, even if it was really weird and there are lots of non-repeating parts.
No, it was. You see, maybe I didn't make myself clear. I like songs with chord changes. I like songs that go different places. I don't want it to meander every moment. And your songs don't do that. I mentioned Of Montreal's. Unfortunately, a lot of theirs do. But I mean, to me, this song, it changes, which is great, but it doesn't just continue every moment to change to something else. And of course, the lyrics, which normally, again, I don't hook into, but those kind of lyrics, I always will. It's just for whatever reason, they resonate with me. I just love that one.
You can use technology as you age, Don. I mean, the Meta glasses, you could probably have all your lyrics going through your glasses as you're staring at it. I'm just saying, I'm a
teleprompter.
It may become necessary at some point.
It might. I'm just saying.
At some point, it'll become necessary, I think, to do some sort of a hologram kind of.
That's exactly. You actually won't even have to be there. You just have have the rest of the guys be there, and you can phone it in from home on your laptop.
And that actually brings up a question that I want to ask more often to bands who are still doing what they're doing. What is your view? And any of you can answer this, but what is your view of AI and some of the songs that have been created that way? And how do you see it? Is it a harbinger of bad things to come, or will it create some genius?
We've never talked about this.
We have it. The band has no position, but I don't know. Do people want to
We're all still wrapping our
pontificate?
brains around it. I mean, is this?
I'm scared of it.
Is this just like when drum machines came out and everything everyone said about that?
Right.
Is it the same thing as when multi-track recording came out and being able to punch in and do all the things that you can do with technology? Or is it different than that? And that's kind of what everyone is trying to wrap their heads
I mean,
What-
I've heard
the charts right now. I mean, is any of that suspicious, or is this real or unreal, or has this been formulated by a computer, or is it?
I think that in my particular case, when I hear a song, my mind doesn't go there. I've heard songs without AI for, almost 60 years, and so I'm still going there. But there have been people who've told me that they've created songs through AI, and I've heard them, and because they told me, I'm focusing more on it. And the one thing that I've noticed, at least with AI songs, is sometimes things are just too perfect. And that, that can be a bit of a problem too. It's like there's no mistakes. And it sounds
I don't mind listening to a song that was done in AI, but I do like the struggle, the human struggle to achieve something close to perfection, and the fact that we will fail by necessity.
Sure.
And that's kind of the entertaining part of it for me, really.
Yeah.
And those charming imperfections. We were talking about another Athens band, Pylon, earlier this evening.
Oh, yeah.
Sure, I love Pylon. Yeah.
There's some great tracks where you can tell maybe they made mistakes and left them in, and
Sure.
it kind of helps make the song. It's distinctive.
Lots of times. Yeah.
And a lot of my favorite records going back to the 70s, 60s, there's tons of stuff. It's kind of edgy, maybe a mistake, they left it in, some squeak, some offbeat or something. That helps make it their own, and it's very distinctive. I don't like the perfection. I want it to be a little more real.
Let me give you a tiny story since we brought up Pylon. I play in Pylon Reenactment Society with Vanessa Briscoe.
He's in every band in town.
No,
Seems like it.
just two of them. This one in Pylon Reenactment, and there's a drum mistake on one of Pylon's songs that the drummer in PRS, Gregory Sanders, plays faithfully, and Curtis, the drummer from Pylon, came up to him and he said, "You're playing that mistake that I made and turning it into like a hook in the song. That's amazing."
Wow.
So
That's pretty cool.
right on the nose.
That's
a
pretty
great
cool.
compliment. It's great that was recognized.
Yeah.
So works that definitely works for them. But I'm against authenticity generally when it comes to art.
No, that
And
makes perfect sense.
Pro perfection, and I don't care if it's robots and making music for me. If I love it, I love it. Now I don't know that I've heard any of this stuff that's just been done by robots, but I think whether it's good or bad does not depend on whether.
Oh, it's true. We had that conversation.
That's very fair.
We talked about that last week, and if I hear something and I like it, no matter where it came from, I will like it. I might not, in hindsight, like if someone told me how it was made, I might go,
Yeah, ignorance is bliss in this particular
Yeah.
in this particular case, and I think even for a lot of musicians, it would be too when listening to other people's songs.
Like it just depends on where you draw the line of what is intentional and what's not intentional. Because there are elements on this record that I believe were unintentional and then turned into, the part, like the prescribed part.
You decide what to keep and what to cut, right?
We decide which is right and which is an illusion.
That is true. And if it's robots deciding that,
You've decided to let those robots decide.
more power to. Well, they haven't so far in the case of the shut-ups, but
No.
wait and see.
All right, so you're open to the possibility, even though that's not where you're headed now.
Yeah.
Hey, we didn't, David. We never ascertained where the name came from.
I was
the
about
Shut
to
Up,
ask
so-
that. So you,
Yeah, because
your ears were
we're
burning.
I wanted to know where the Shut Ups came. Did you play your first performance as a no-name band and someone just yelled, "Shut up"? Where'd it come from? Tell me where it came from.
We disagree about this, actually. There are differing factions. It either came from Brian Poole, who has been a member of Montreal and Casper the Cookies and various bands, or it came from my wife, Kay Stanton.
Okay.
one of those two people said, "That's a good name for a band," and Don said,
I'll take it.
I'll take it. And they said, "Please don't hurt me here."
Oh, please say hi to Kim. It's been a while. Well, it's been a while since I've seen both of you.
Yeah,
At least I'm seeing you on screen right now.
yeah. I'll let her know. Thanks.
Awesome. Let's play another track, and I'm going to play the first track again, but this time on disc 2. And I don't know if this is autobiographical for you, Don, but the track is called Donnie Hates to Love. Is that about you or just for the hell of it?
Oh, you're asking me now.
Yeah.
I wanted it maybe to be about me, but I'm not sure. I mean, that is a possibility.
Well, we'll hear the lyrics and we'll draw our own conclusions.
We'll all draw our own conclusions.
Yeah, we will indeed. All right, so here we go with Donnie Hates to Love, the first track on the second disc of the new album by the Shut Ups called Proverbs, here on Material Issues.
I like this. I like the sound of the bass on that track. Real nice sound to it.
That song has a very like 1969 through 1971 top 40 feel.
Nice.
And your voice, I mean, your voice certainly emerges as being, not just right for your usual songs, but you could have sung it. You could have definitely had a lead vocal on a top 40 hit. But I have to ask you. I brought out my friend Siggy here, who wants to know if you indeed hate yourself for not wanting to love, or do you just like taking out cigars, or what?
Oh, gosh. Well, we'd have to just go back and talk about my childhood, I guess.
House back there if you want to lay
Yeah,
down.
I'm not that.
Yeah, you could lie down and I'll take notes.
Yeah. No, don't hate myself, but I don't know. I don't have trouble imagining being hated. I've never enjoyed being hated or disliked. And this song actually started. I don't know. I had this idea. About how people seem to need an enemy, and
Interesting.
that's maybe the number one thing that old John Lennon was missing in his utopian visions,
Right.
or maybe the number one reason why any plan like that might not work. And and I think at first it was going to be like some guy who had improper relations with a goat, like if that would just disgust everybody in the community, right? And the community, now has a sense of purpose because they can, rail against this one one guy and his goat. I mean, I don't know if they have anything against the goat.
That's like that joke.
But-
You see this brick wall? I built it all with my own hands. But do they call me Johnny the Brick Wall Maker? No, they don't. Yeah.
I call that. Yeah.
At one IPO show, the infamous Kim Fowley asked if he could introduce a band. It was actually at the Troubadour when we were able to do things at that, that iconic venue. But the first thing he says when he comes on stage, and I don't introduce him because everyone knows who he is. First thing he says is to the crowd, "Hey, anyone out here have sex with a goat?" So,
Wow.
He was probably the only one that could have said yes to that.
You're right.
pretty much
Sounds
anything
special.
that had a pulse, yeah. So that's what it reminded me of when you mentioned that.
I used to
wow.
joke that this was a protest tune, but that got shut down quick. I still joke that it is.
Is Beatle John your favorite of the four?
No. Love him and everything. But Paul McCartney is my favorite of the four.
Okay. Yeah, me
At
too.
least one of us agrees.
There you go. Yeah, he's on.
So-
You said the lead vocal in this song was
Ben Spicer over here.
you did the
Oh.
lead vocals. Yeah. I wanted to
Alright,
give
well,
credit
Ben,
where
you-
credit's due.
Yeah, no, for sure. I'm sorry. It doesn't.
It's-
I don't remember if it mentioned it
due.
in the notes, but I'm very, very impressed. I mean, you certainly could have had a top 40 hit with the right song. I mean, your voice.
There you go.
is not- no one would have said, "Oh, that guy doesn't sing." He doesn't sing as well as David Gates, for example, or somebody else from that period. I mean, yeah, it's up there.
Very good.
Yeah, in fact, another Atlanta-based band, the Classics Four, some of whom eventually became the Atlanta Rhythm Section. But your vocal could have worked. Your vocal could have definitely worked on one of their songs, for example.
Look at that. Yeah, well, it's
Yeah, that's
fantastic.
where my
Love it.
mind is.
It's not for nothing. He's dressed like Bob Welch today.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
Instrumental.
Yes, I get it. I see it. Yeah, too hard to. I haven't listened to Bob Welch in a
Oh
long
man,
time.
I love Bob Welch both with Fleetwood Mac and solo.
Yeah, wow.
Tragedy what happened to him.
Yeah, indeed.
In case you don't know, he killed himself because he had such
Yeah.
incredible pains in his body. And medication wasn't doing it. Yeah, he was probably also depressed about other things, but it was One of the things I think he was depressed about was that when Fleetwood Mac made the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, they didn't acknowledge him. They did acknowledge a few of the older members, that weren't there during their heyday, but not
too often at the Hall of Fame.
That's rude.
That I mean, yeah, I would have felt he had to have felt terrible about that, but he did create some amazing music over the years, and so Ben, nice tribute, even if you didn't mean it.
Yeah, I just listened to Buckingham Nicks. Over here from we're in Athens now. We're over here from Atlanta, and I don't think I'd heard that in like 30 years, and it's really nice.
It was a really good album, but it didn't get any. No one knew who they were at the time, and Polydor didn't really know how to market it. So
great album cover. Yeah.
It never really got it. Yeah, so it didn't get much play on radio. But obviously, once the band hit it, huge, everyone wanted to explore what happened before, and that's how I found out about the album.
One of their only big markets was Birmingham, Alabama, which
really.
My parents had that record when
wow.
And they saw Buckingham Nicks live in Tuscaloosa or something.
Holy cow.
So to me that was canon as much as Rumors or anything else.
That's amazing.
Which I think if you
how much
have you record that I produce, you'll hear a lot of links. But
have you done how many shows have you done in support of this album? And have you left Atlanta or just done home stuff?
We haven't even been to Atlanta.
Yeah.
I mean, we played in Athens.
We played
a long road to Atlanta.
Yeah.
We played in Athens. We've said no to a few shows. We've had some people say no to us. We said yes and no to that other place. And then they were like, what? And then maybe. Now we're maybe in a few places, and the problem is the guy who's not here. He's the major problem.
We can say that because he's not here.
Yeah. The guy, the Thaddeus Thompson guy.
Well, what's his name?
Thad.
Or, as those that know him personally, it's
a great bassist, but did not consult us with the family planning. And in relation to the record release,
sure,
blindsided, and it's just been very difficult. But we're gearing up to play Athens again, and then hopefully Atlanta very soon, and then we'd like to go out of state again, and eventually out of the country again, but. The guy's got this little baby. We can't schlep him around.
We're still going to take the South by storm, eventually.
Screw him. Just grab Kenny House and.
Yeah.
We'll get Kenny to babysit, and then Thad will.
There you go.
That works. I don't know if I want Kenny around my baby though, but yeah.
What's the music scene like in the Athens area these days? Is there still a scene? Are there plenty of places to play? I mean, as I'm here in South Jersey, just outside of Philadelphia, and there used to be so much in Philadelphia. There used to be so much throughout New Jersey, all the way up to New York, venues, and so many of the smaller places that touring bands can actually come play, fill it up not too difficultly, are gone. They're either medium to medium large venues that aren't booking bands that can pull in maybe 100 people. What's it like at Athens? Still plenty of things going on, plenty of opportunity.
Take a stab at it. I feel like through the decades, since the early REM days and all that, whenever there's a great medium to small size venue where touring bands or local bands can really get in there and have a small crowd, electrify the place and have it happen. When they unfortunately go away, it's not a long time before something else pops up, sort of organically, naturally.
Yeah.
And there's this kind of like, oh no, what are we going to do without the Caledonia Lounge or the Go Bar or whatever? Tasty World, Lunch Paper, all these cool clubs through the 80s, 90s, 2000s. Something always seems to pop up. So currently you've got little coffee shops and even a movie theater downtown that has a music room called Cine. rock and roll stuff that just keeps happening, and it's sort of it's a younger crowd now to us, but the same kind of mutual support, camaraderie, and not money-driven kind of vibe, as opposed to some of the big cities that we play, including Atlanta. There's still this kind of like, yeah, let's play. Like, the 6 of us could probably get together next week, write 5 songs, and get an opening show somewhere. And there's not a whole lot of money involved usually, but that's kind of part of the good thing about it. We're not distracted by that commercial side. There's tons
Is
of
40 Watt still there?
40 Watt, the Georgia Theater has survived. Hendershots, the Normal Bar, the Nowhere Bar downtown, right across from the Georgia Theater.
Oh, I've heard of that. Yeah.
That really filled the gap. And there's other little spots too. Cine's been really cool.
And there's still a lot of house shows too, but we don't. I know about them fourth hand, basically. I never get invited, but I know they happen.
Too old.
So, yeah, we're too old. We've aged out of the house shows.
You've aged out of it.
Absolutely, but that's an important component of all of this. Those people go out and eventually get shows at the 40 Watt.
There's a new club opening soon. Believe it or not, no one's ever had a place in that. It's called Deadbeat Club.
Say that again?
Deadbeat Club.
Oh, the B-52 song.
Yeah,
reference. Yeah.
There's a new
Gotta have it.
thing up. It's I think we're gonna be playing it in May.
Yeah.
Called Deadbeat Club.
Oh, wow.
Wow, very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. Well, that's great. I mean, I get frustrated here in the greater Philadelphia area because so many of the cool places have gone by the wayside, not to be replaced by much of anything, and so it's tough. Remembering the days when a lot of these bands would come through and you could see them in smaller venues. They'd pack the place and just be so alive. And
the North Star Bar still around?
Gone. North Star Bar's gone. The Kyber's gone.
Oh man.
The Pontiac Grill's gone. They're all gone.
These places I used for IPO many times.
All gone. Yeah.
All gone.
Yeah, all gone. And
And,
not replaced.
I've been bringing IPO to so many cities, and COVID really did a number on a lot of clubs.
Yeah. Same down here.
Unfortunately.
You haven't been to Atlanta in a long time.
No, unfortunately, I'll just put it this way: the person who used to help me out a lot has canceled me. So that's all I can tell you. I know.
What can you say? What did you do?
I'm not 100% sure. I think I didn't entirely agree with their politics.
What? How dare
Their
you?
politics are very left wing, and mine are definitely leaning towards left wing, but are not like way over to the left. And we got into a few kerfuffles, and eventually it was like, I'm not talking to you anymore, and that was that. So it's a shame, because we were really good friends for many years. But
Well, him writing a song, it'll heal that all up. Music.
Oh, I'd love to. Believe me, I'd love to come back. I always had a great time in Atlanta. One of the things that it really felt, and when you guys were part of IPO, it really felt like a family down there. Really great community. People would come to each other's shows, which I really don't see very often at IPO anymore. We used to in the beginning, but not for the last several years. But in Atlanta, it was always like that, and it felt good. But
I think a lot of that's still there. There's still a good of older bands and younger bands. There's still a lot of that sort of.
Oh, I'm sure.
And a bunch of new places that are featuring cool music.
Oh, no doubt.
Encouraging,
Never say never. I may bring it back. I mean, there's so many. There are a few cities over the year because of COVID. I lost the venues that I was in and never really found a suitable replacement. So, yeah, I mean, we'll see. But I'm certainly not ruling it out. I would love to come back.
One wild wish, it would be to rectify the wrong that happened when the ice storm wiped out the bill that was going to Shut Ups, Casper and the Cookies, and the Sex Clark 5.
I know. I never got to see this X Clark 5, and
Me
I
either.
love what they were doing at that time, more than the 80s stuff even.
It's like the worst ice storm in Atlanta in decades, right?
It was bizarre, yeah.
Never an
Arctic
ice storm.
blast.
It was absolutely bizarre, and it
Yeah.
wiped out that whole show. And that was going to be our best show of the year there, but yeah, it was bizarre. Anyway, gentlemen, I think we're going to wrap it up now. But I obviously I wish you the best. You're great. You've always been really good to me and IPO, and your music is, you know, it's transcendent. It's and we really appreciate you guys coming on with us. And just know that you're invited to IPO anywhere, and that would include Liverpool at the world famous Cavern Club. I don't know if you know this, but we've done 21 years there, and for the 20th year, I got awarded something that I'll probably be the best highlight of my life. They gave me a brick on their wall of fame, and I'm the only not. Yeah, there it is, right next to Clem Burke, right above Little Stevie.
Yeah, man.
I'm the only non-musician, non-DJ. Yeah, there's me with my wife showing the one that I got to take home, the replica.
Oh yeah.
I'm the only non-musician, non-cavern DJ in the world to have a brick on their wall.
Wow,
I
congratulations.
want to
give me
hold your hand.
So
Somebody
I can just tell you this: every band that comes to IPO Liverpool is so happy that they did, no matter how far they had to travel. So, I mean, I plan on continuing to do it for a while. So if one day the stars align and it works out for you,
Should find a way to get us and Michael Guthrie over there to do a
Yeah.
show.
oh, that's right. Michael, as you may know, did play IPO Liverpool a bunch of years ago. And I'm sure he seemed to have a great time anyway.
There's a little bit of a stain on Athens music history relating to Michael Guthrie and Liverpool. Pete Best came to Athens and played basically a backyard party type situation, but the neighbors called and the police shut it down because they told a Beatle to turn it down.
Oh,
Whoa.
ouch.
In Athens.
No.
Ouch. You can't live something like that down. No, that doesn't go away.
Michael was the backing band for Pete Best.
Oh yeah.
There's a Norwegian band called Peter and the Penguins. They came to IPO Liverpool, and they saw Pete Best in a bar. I guess he was sitting by himself, and people didn't come up to him, and then he kind of left, looking a little forlorn. And one of the lyrics, and they wrote, well, they didn't write it, but they did a song about him, and the first lyric in the chorus is, "There goes Pete Best, the unluckiest bastard in the world."
Oh, yeah.
No. Well, no longer true though, right?
No longer true. Thankfully, no longer true for him.
Did he come? He's a millionaire now.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Beatles Anthology, I think, was the big win.
The anthology made him a lot of money. Yeah, made him a lot of money. But guys, I want to make sure that across the bottom it's shutups.bandcamp.com. Is that the best place for everybody to find your music?
Yes.
Is that Bandcamp? I've been running that banner along the bottom in case anybody's interested in picking up Proverbs, downloading Proverbs, getting any T-shirts that might be available there that have different sayings across the front that Don might write a song to. We didn't get to the one song we were going to play tonight, but we didn't get to it. It's got a great lyric, like a dog returning to its vomit.
No, I was gonna play it as a goodbye song.
Yeah,
we're gonna play it as a goodbye song. All right, we're gonna play that song. Absolutely wonderful. So if you wanna listen to a song like that, shutups.bandcamp.com is where you can find it. And we'll all return.
It's the goodbye song on the album, so we'll just bid you guys adieu by playing.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much for playing. This is for being a
For
part
playing
of
along.
So much, right.
We do have parting gifts for you. Please stick around. You will have the home board game of Material Issues to play. Yeah.
All right, gentlemen.
Great one, guys. Shutups.bandcamp.com. Pick it up. Pick up everything from these guys, and hopefully you see them at IPO again soon. Have a great night, guys.
One day. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Be well. And here we go with Like a Dog Returning to Its Vomit. This is a tender ballad. Well, no. But here, the final song on Proverbs here on Material Issues.
You gargle in your window. You swallow a canard. You fill your tub with hogwash and soak in self-regard. You comb your hair with snake oil. You smear your cheeks with schlock. You powder in a petty fog. Perfume with poppycock. But like a dog returning to its vomit, I feel something bringing me back to you. Like a dog. You dress in mumbo jumbo. Accessorize with junk. You fill your head with humbug and speak a load of bunk. My friends use words of caution, 'cause you're not very nice. They offer me their proverbs, but a dog won't take advice. And like a dog returning to its vomit, I feel something bringing me back to you. Like a dog returning to its vomit, I feel something bringing me back to you. Like a dog.
The final track from the new Shut Ups album, Proverbs, is called Like a Dog Returning to Its Vomit. One thing I really love is when somebody sings lyrics like that so earnestly, like a love song. And in fact, it kind of is a love song, although if I were the subject of this love, I don't know that I'd want to be referred to as being like a dog that returned to its vomit. But hey, you take what you can get.
I think this could be the hit of prom season this year. I mean, if people start finding out about this, I'm just saying, it's a great track. Yeah. I love it. Well done.
It was really great having these guys on.
Oh yeah, the shut ups. That's what the album looks like. Proverbs.
Buy it, people.
Buy it. And actually, I mean, we didn't mention it, but that is at the bottom right. That is Tad Thompson, I believe. Is
it's Tad Thompson? That's him, the dog?
The dog right there.
Return to his vomit? Yeah.
Yeah. Shutups.bandcamp.com. That's where you find it. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. That was a fun interview and really well done.
Great guys. Great band. Yeah. And we've got, speaking of great, we've got some great stuff coming up.
We got all kinds of things coming up. We got irons in the fire and fire in the irons and, fire in our loins.
What do we got? What do we got next Sunday?
Well, next Sunday, we've got the very talented Butler brothers, Steve and Brian Butler. Of course, you might know them from their 80s hit from Quincy. But, of course, more of us know them from Smash Palace, a number of fantastic albums. And their latest album is called 87, where they revisit. There it is. They revisit.
It's going to make my list.
It's going to make the list. But
not will. Not this year.
But they're South Jersey people here close by. So I was just texting Steve a little earlier to tell him I'll get in touch with him tomorrow about next Sunday's show. So looking forward to talking to the Butler brothers about their new album, 87. Of course, Steve and Brian are both talented songwriters, singer-songwriters, and Steve's played with a lot of acts, but it's going to be a good show. You'll see Smash Palace, Butler brothers,
and they came to IPO Liverpool. Smash Palace a whole bunch of years ago.
Yeah, I had to fly. I had to go all the way to Liverpool to meet somebody who lived 5 minutes from me. Yeah,
that's right. That's happened. I've actually met a couple of bands from LA for the first time in cities pretty far from LA. So. Yeah, it certainly happens sometimes. Let's see what else we got. Well, the following week, I will play one song from each of my top 25 albums of 2025. And it's kind of a shame because there were so many, and I'll use the word excellent albums beyond 25. Other years, 25 is more or less a good representation of the really excellent work. Not this year. I'm going to be presenting my top 150 albums of 2025, and even number 150 is a solid album. I mean, it's one that I certainly would be happy to hear again. And that's not always the case every year, but this year there were just a really good record. But 25 it is, or the show will go on for about 8 hours. So we've got to.
Yeah, and if you didn't make the top 150, it's primarily because David just doesn't like you personally.
Right.
It's going to be good, though. Yeah, I mean, if you love this kind of genre, if you want to know what's happening in David's mind for the top 25, and you'll get an idea of some new stuff you can pick up, listen to that show that's on the 25th, and come on out and listen live and make your comments.
I always say about my list, don't necessarily take my word for it. Not everyone has the same taste, but
right.
But if you come on the show, you can hear a track from each album, and that might help you make up your own mind. So
absolutely.
It does. We certainly want to support all these artists who are putting out great records. And speaking of records, in order to make my list, you have to have had a physical album out this in 2025. So if it's digital only, I don't rank it. And I know some people disagree with that policy, and that's fine. All I can say about that is, you're free to make your own list and include those, and a lot of people do. I want to keep physical product alive, so to make my list, if it means anything to you, you need to put out CD or a vinyl record or even a cassette, but something that has artwork that you can hold in your hand and say, yeah, this really exists. Not into the netherworld of the internet, but in the real world, as it were. So anyway, that's what we're doing on the 25th. On the 1st, is that right? Yeah.
Yeah, February 1st. Yeah.
Going to have the guest that we were scheduled to have last week, but unfortunately he was under the weather, and that would be Ronnie Daddario, the dad of Brian and Michael of the Lemon Twigs, who are probably the most celebrated young pop band. When I say pop, I mean pop as we know and love it over the past several years, and they have put together a tribute to their dad, songs that Ronnie has written, produced by and played on by the Lemon Twigs, played and sung. And in some cases, there are some longtime luminaries on this record, like Darian Sahanaja and Probin Gregory of Wonderments, the great Todd Rundgren, whose album I have as a promo, white label. That's absolutely true. That's right.
Good call.
Your Dust in the Wind or Files in the Ether, and that's not enough. Sean Ono Lennon is on here. Matt Jardine, son of Al from the Beach Boys. A lot of really cool people and some great songs. I mean, these kids learned a lot from their dad, and we're going to talk a lot about the dad's career as a songwriter and as a recording artist. His stuff most of it didn't come out at the time that he recorded it, but there have been a lot of compilations now of his music, and we'll certainly play tracks from the new record on Omnivore, by the way, my favorite label. Yep. And we'll have a good time talking with Ronnie. After that, we don't have any guests scheduled yet until March 1st. And we've got a good one for March 1st.
It just popped up, yeah.
And women especially, take note, because you swooned over this guy. He was kind of the David Cassidy of your generation. And that is Mr. Kyle Vincent.
Yeah, wow.
Heartthrob and amazing singer-songwriter who has had a song bubble under the Hot 100. Now, we've had acts that have had top 10 hits, but that was back in the day when that kind of stuff was appreciated. When Kyle had his bubbling under the Hot 100 hit, Wake Me Up When the World Is Worth Waking Up For, that kind of stuff wasn't being played on the radio, but yet his talent allowed it to emerge to almost be in the national top 100. He's put out many, many records over the years, and he'll be a great guest. So we really look forward to Kyle Vincent on March 1st. And in between, probably to air on February 8th, we don't know yet, but in between, we will be doing a pre-recorded episode with a definitely celebrated artist. Well, he and his partner in crime had a duo that had some major hits, and he's still going strong at age. What did we say he was?
84. He's 84.
He's 84. I'm not going to mention who it is, but he's had a long and storied career, and we're going to be very glad to have him.
Yeah.
So once we know what day it's on, we'll talk more about it. But this would be great if it all comes to fruition, which I think it will.
Yeah, it's a good one. So stay tuned. I mean, across the banner on the bottom, materialissues.com. That's where you can subscribe to a YouTube feed or Facebook group. And we send out, or David sends out an email on Fridays saying, here's who's coming up on Sunday night. We don't spam you. There is no cost to it. And all the archive shows, 238 of them after tonight's show, are all found at materialissues.com. So tell your friends.
Astounding.
It's amazing. It blows my mind. 238 is a number I can't wrap my head around. But it's been a lot of fun.
Well, I can't
Yeah,
wait for 252 because that's my favorite number.
Yeah, there you go. We'll do something special. Thank you,
Oh, you
Tim.
too, Tim. Thank
Always
you.
good to
Thank
see you,
as
Tim.
always. Yeah.
Have a great week. Have a great week. Everybody have a great week. And we'll see you back here next Sunday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific for Steve and Brian Butler of Quincy and Smash Palace.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
All right, everyone. Great. As Mark said, great week. Stay safe. We will
Love
see you
Torino.
next time. Love to Cesanati.